Yeah. Yeah. Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogey's home in one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk, blunt in the front. Tee off in the noon, cause we don't bunt. Discuss in the course, weed strains for lunch. Straight shooters on the greens, not a front. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Smoking aces, laces tied tight. With a puff we fly, elevate the night. Golf ball soaring, higher than a kite. Fairway to heaven, shining real bright. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff.
Let's go. We're back with another episode of the Pitch, Putt, and Puff podcast. I appreciate everybody tuning in here. My name is RGB. Before we get rolling, though, we're going to give a shout out to a few sponsors, starting off with Back Nine Botanicals. Make sure you guys go check out back9botanicals.com. Use promo code TPUF10. TPUF10 will save you 10% on some of the best CBD gummies in the golf game, where you can find the Tea Time Sunrise, the Birdie Boost, the Players Blend, the Moonlight Mulligan. They also have the Muscle and Joint Rub Stick. They have the THC shooters, the passion fruit, strawberry, and orange, as well as some merch with some hats, golf balls, t-shirts, golf towels. Go check them out. Back9botanicals.com. Use promo code TPUF10 and get your hands on some of the best CBD gummies in the golf game. Also, we got Mulliganware, Mulliganware_ on Instagram. Click the link in the bio. Take you right to a site where you can find some dope hats, hoodies, polos, everything you need for the golf game. Go get your hands on the hoodie. It is the fall season. It's hoodie season. It's golf. You know, if you're looking for something where you can still swing the club with no resistance, Mulliganware is it. Go check them out. Mulliganware_ on Instagram. Use promo code PUF10 to save yourself 10% at checkout over there. He also has a deal going on right now where you buy one item, you get a mystery hat for $5, I believe is the deal. So go check it out on Instagram, Mulliganware_. And then we got Athletic, ATHLETHC.com. Go check them out. They have the 2 milligram microdose mints. If you're looking to ease your way into the game, you hear us talking about it here on the Pitch, Putt, and Puff, and you're trying to get comfortable with the cannabis, I highly recommend starting off with the Athletic. Get the variety pack where you can find the power, flow, and rebound. Find the one that best suits your needs and rock out from there. Athletic, ATHLETHC.com. Use promo code PUFF to save yourself a special discount. And then last but not least, my man Bert over at Puff Pack, the puffpack.co. Go check him out. He's got the joint holder, holds your 2 joints and a lighter, perfect for the golf course, perfect for everyday use, concerts, you name it. Go check him out, the puffpack.co. Use promo code PUFF20 to save yourself 20% at checkout. Yeah, boys, gonna get into it here. Had a good weekend. We were scrambling all weekend here on the Pitch, Putt, and Puff. It was Upstate golf, guys. I was hoping to have Anthony jump on here tonight to give his side of the story, but it was Upstate golf, guys, Anthony and Scrounge versus myself and JR from the Pitch, Putt, and Puff in a 2v2 scramble Saturday. Beautiful fall golf here in upstate New York. Freer Park is still in mint condition. The greens were aerated. So that's kind of why we took it to the scramble side of things. Didn't want to get too frustrated with our putting and such, but truly they're still rolling pretty true. Got some breaks to them. On your slower putts, you'll get a little bit of the plinko from the aeration, but they're rolling. It was a really fun match. Honestly, those guys played some great golf, as well as me and Jay. Me and Jay played some real team golf, I'll say. We were picking each other up after certain shots when we weren't playing our best. And if I had a bad shot, Jay would follow it up with a good one. If Jay had a shitty shot, I'd follow it up with a good one. So we had a little bit of consistency on that part. So the 2v2 scramble, it was fun. It was one of the more fun rounds I had all season. Not too much pressure on us, just out there having a good time. Like I said, me and Jay were picking each other up. Anthony and Scrounge played some of the best golf all season. I'm curious to what it would have been if we actually kept score and seen what we truly shot, but ended up going back and forth, back and forth. We ended up winning the front nine when it came down to the ninth hole, and rolling through on the back nine to tie on 18. Me and Jay hit some great shots. You can check it out on Instagram. I just posted. Anthony put up a great video. I got to give Anthony a lot of credit. He took a lot of videos this weekend. I was watching my Miami Hurricanes get beat up on Saturday versus SMU during the round, so a little bit of lack of focus on my part. But overall, it was just a dope time. It was one of those rounds where it was something I wish we did more of during the season. We don't get out there often and just do 2v2s or 3v3s, or just scrambles to have fun. We're out there being way too competitive. Uh, and it's that time of year where you really appreciate it, and you're going to miss these moments where you're just hanging with the boys, you're out there swinging a golf club, sparking a J, just straight up chilling, enjoying golf and what we have left of it. But there was some great shots. I mean, like I said, Scrounge and Anth were playing lights out. Jay's putter was on fire. I was getting off the tee halfway decent. If I didn't, Jay cleaned it up. We were both putting really well. Jay buried a sick putt on the seventh hole, downhill, left to right, read it perfectly. We looked like we were in the Matrix on our celebration, both fist pumping at the same time. Was super fun. Even like Scrounge and Anth were celebrating a putt like that. Like that's what was the vibe was just awesome. Something I want to really carry over in the next season. Just that kind of, my favorite thing about the pitch putt and puff, and when I ask guys, like when I had Upstate Mikey and Kirk and some of the other guys on, when I ask them what their favorite thing is about Sundays and Upstate Anth, it always comes down to the camaraderie, and that's really a big factor. There's no one has any beefs with anybody. Everybody's out there to have fun. Yeah, we're competitive for sure. Fuck yeah, there's money on the line. You want to be the best at what we're doing, especially out of our crew. And it's just dope now that everybody gets along. We added Charlie into the group this year. He's been playing better and better the more he gets out. So that's fun to see. He was hitting the ball well. He was paired up today with Brad and Anthony. I put those guys right back together to see if they could repeat off of yesterday. And I believe they did with a 1 under for their round. So it was a fun weekend. 2v2 Upstate golf guys versus pitch putt and puff on Saturday. Then pitch putt and puff 3v3 on Sunday. We'll start really dive into the 2v. So like I said, it was me and Jay versus Brad and Anthony. How we played out, like down to the wire, literally down to the wire. There wasn't me and Jay said it at one point. There wasn't a spot where Anthony and Brad made a mistake. These guys were just playing solid, consistent golf. If one did make a mistake, the other one cleaned them up. So they were really playing alternate shot team golf as well. Anthony was with the blocks during his Anthony's short game yesterday was on point, and that's kind of what it was. Very windy conditions, 25 mile per hour winds at certain times. Even affecting to the point where it was affecting some putts. You could definitely see the ball moving a little bit on the putts with the wind. It was tough out there at times, but we battled through it. And once the sun came out, warmed us up. It was mid 50s at best, but it really wasn't even that. It was just overall a good time. A couple shitty shots that got us caught up in trouble was the 8th hole. I pulled one left. Jay duffed one. Ended up taking a double there, but after we birdied 7. So we were back and forth, but we ended up saving ourselves on 9 when Jay had a nice downhill putt to close out the front to take a 1-stroke lead on the front where we were even and they were +1, and then rolled into 10. Those guys caught fire in the back. They were even through, I want to say even through 15. They took a bogey or possibly a double. Yeah, they went bogey. So left the door open for us to sneak in and tie. On the 18th hole, the split on the back, we took a 1-stroke overall lead, 72-73, I think, the final. That's not bad at Freer Park in the 2v2 scramble, especially golfers at our handicap level. So, like I said, good. It was good golf overall. More of a great time. Looking more forward to doing more of that. We're trying. These guys are all state workers, so we're trying to run that back, weather pending, either Election Day or if not Veterans Day. So stay tuned. We might go IG live for the full 18 holes Might even put a little something together for a little YouTube split with the Upstate Golf guys. Kind of a, not necessarily a documentary, but like more of a play a hole with me between a versus kind of thing. So stay tuned to that. But overall, I think the big turning point in that round was Jay's putt on 7, really gave us some momentum to roll. And then he also the game changers, what locked it in was our approach shots on 18. Shitty tee shots for both of us. I put mine to the right, he went to the left. We were about 75 yards out over the bunker. I stuck mine about 8 feet, and Jay said, "Hold, not so fast, my friend." And he put his about 1.5 to 2 feet, where we tapped in for the birdie to seal the deal for the tie at worst. So, and take the 1-stroke lead. So super fun. Looking forward to do more in that. Like I said, the comeback was definitely it was fun going down the stretch, really rolling into 18, popped on the IG live, something I haven't done in a while. And it's super fun. And we'll get more of those rounds in as we roll into 2026. Maybe even do some simulator stuff like that, a little 2v2 scrambles here in the off season. But going into Sunday was 3 versus 3. We had myself, Hank, and Fairway were one team. We had
We can go to East
Brad,
House.
Anthony, Charlie were the other team. Jay, Kev, and JR's nephew JP made an appearance on the PPP. So JP he's a youngster, but was probably the second biggest dude there behind myself. He hits the ball well. Those guys shot 3 under. Let me see if I can pull up Kev's scorecard real quick. And then me, Fairway, and Hank all played like shit. We were out there, same thing, just vibing today, having a great time. Anthony and company came in with a 71, 1 under. Found themselves a little bit of trouble on the back when they took a 5 on, or they bogeyed 11. Excuse me, no. Where'd they find the bogey? Oh, they bogeyed 8 and 9 to roll in, +2 rolling into the back. So we were still neck and neck with them. I didn't know that. I thought we were in trouble. Definitely out of reach of any type of contention, but it was JR, Kev, and JP were definitely the team to beat out there when it came down to the cash, because they got off to a birdie on the second hole. Always gives you momentum rolling into the day. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. It's not Kev's round today. He might have deleted it, so it didn't upload. Shit, I should have took a picture. But yeah, those guys, they ended up 2 or 3 under. I'm not sure what holes they had birdies on. These guys caught fire at the end. Brad, Anthony, and Charlie, they had a birdie on 15, 16, and 18, and they also parred 17. So they got hot. They shot a 33 on the back. That's a hell of a round. The back nine is always a little bit friendlier to you, but putting is difficult in aerated, sanded greens, no matter what the situation. Also, in our group, we did nothing special. We started off bogey. We didn't have our first birdie until the 15th hole, and then fairway. This was actually the highlight of our group's day. That I told them, I said, "This is the shot of the day, Mike. Everybody's watching." Fairway bared his shot from had to be about 35 feet. 18th hole, left to right, and he's been putting lights out. Didn't do much today besides that. Had a couple decent shots, but he's going on a vacation to Aruba for a couple weeks, so might have been the end of the fairway season. And not for nothing, man, it's a pretty damn good way to end it, making a putt like that to walk off. I wish he was going to be back in time to do our tradition of playing the last round of the year, but unfortunately he'll be out in Aruba with his wife. So shout out to Fairway. Great season, man. Always have fun out there on the course with you. Looking forward to many more seasons to go, get in the simulators when you get back from your month-long vacation to Aruba. Also, probably going to do some footage with Upstate Golf guys, so stay tuned with the Hudson Valley Indoor Golf. We're going to go up there. Anthony's going to do a club fitting. I might get a little lesson on how to hit a golf ball off a tee and put it up on YouTube, and probably bring the guys up there a little bit and see what it's all about. I'm really interested to see his little putting setup where they have the different games and tic-tac-toes and all that kind of shit you can play on there. So something different to get into, and then rolling into the cannabis side of things. Got a few guests lined up. Got one of the drinks I'm just actually trying tonight. This is Altua, I believe is how you pronounce it. This is their passion fruit 5 milligram, 5 milligram THC beverage. So tastes fantastic. I'll give you guys the results on the next update. Hemp infused spritzer, only 61 calories. So they're going to be coming on the podcast here down the road. Going to have my man Paulie from Breakfast Connection coming on. I got a couple guests lined up. We're going to have a rep from Heirloom coming on. If you guys are into the beverages in the upstate New York dispensary market, Heirloom is a name you've definitely heard before. So we'll be getting them on and find out about some of their vapes and gummies. I'll tell you right now, their cereal milk vape is one of my favorites, if not my favorite vape, just for flavor. Like I'm more of a flavor person for the vapes. THC percentage isn't the biggest deal to me because it's not like those things are going to knock me on my ass anyway. But Heirloom, the cereal milk is one of the best, as well as big fan of Jaunty, the rainbow sherbet. So, like I said, it's all a flavor thing to me when it comes to the vapes and edibles for the most part. But flower wise, stay tuned, my boys. As you can see behind me, the Helium crew, they got some things cooking up. Strawberry chocolate will be hitting the market within the next couple weeks. Stay tuned for that. Cowboy lemonade 8s are back in stock. Going to be back in stock at most places if you're looking for those. What else we got? Shock Tarts is out there. You guys are looking for something that packs a punch and does. You're not, the numbers on the container aren't going to say that, but I'll tell you right now, it definitely packs a little punch. So go check it out at all local dispensaries that hold the Helium products. Leafy Peaks. You got Dark Horse, Legacy, R&R, Legacy up in Glens Falls. Who else we got? I mean, there's a bunch now. I can't think off the top of my head, but the Bakery, Stage One, and many more. So go check out, get your hands on some Cowboy lemonade. My putt for the night, though, once again, we're going Bay Smokes. We're going to cap off what was it again? The Mango Dream pre-rolls. So shout out to Bay Smokes once again for sending us a nice package of their THCA flower and pre-rolls. I got a little more of that gelato, strawberry gelato that I'll be getting. Excuse me, that's not it. White cherry gelato we'll be getting into hopefully next Sunday on the golf course. Get another round into the pitch, putt, and puff. I was thinking this was going to be the last round of the year. We'll see what happens with the weather. We got one, maybe 2 more weeks out there. Definitely one more Sunday available at Freer Park. We'll see when the course is closing. I think we might be able to squeeze out 2. Getting kind of greedy there, but I think we could squeeze out 2. If we do, it will be at Freer Park. If not, weather pending, we will take our talent somewhere else for a week, and then it's pretty much once we roll into Thanksgiving, week before Thanksgiving, we kind of wrap it up either way and cap off another great season of golf here in upstate New York, especially at Freer Park. Want to take a second to give everybody a Freer shout out from Josh for always taking care of us on the tee times. Always making sure everything's organized for tournaments. Never a hassle when we get up there. I know our league's a hassle for a lot of people, myself included, but he never really bitches and complains about it. He might, but not to me. And I know he deals with a lot of shit, so I try to be the least of a headache as possible. That's why I lie to these guys about the tee times. If our tee time's 8:45, I tell them it's 8:30. Just that way, everybody's there and ready to go with no headaches. Where's this guy? And fucking up the whole day, because I know it's a business they're running up there, and they do a great job of it, especially with the maintenance of the grounds crew with Greg and Maddie and the rest of the crew. Course, amazing shape all year. We had pretty much a 6-week stretch with little to no rain, and you wouldn't have known it when you were playing Freer Park. That place was green all season, still is, and beginning of November right now, it's crazy to see that there's so much greenery out there still. But appreciate all those guys, appreciate all the starters, Timmy, Joe, JP, the rest of the crew. Another great season, and looking forward to continuing for another week or two, and then rolling to 2026 with big expectations of putting together a legit pitch, putt, and puff tournament where we could do it something different that the 518 hasn't seen, especially in the cannabis golf collab. Stay tuned for that. I'm going to iron out some details in the next coming weeks and try to lock in everything, so that way it's just set up a website, boom, sponsorships, blah, 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 and get it fucking cooked up, ready to go. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for Wednesday's episode. We're going to bring a guest on for you. Either going to be my man Paulie from the Breakfast Connection, or I will drop an episode with Heirloom. So stay tuned, and we will see you on Wednesday and following up Friday with another one for you. Hopefully it's a preview episode of the upcoming weekend of the Pitch, Putt, and Puff, but check out some highlights. I'll be posting on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok of the scrambles this weekend, and especially Jay's nice putt on the 7th hole to save us a nice little birdie. But appreciate everybody tuning in, and we will see you on Wednesday.
Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogies, home in one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk, blunt in the front. Tee off in the noon, cause we don't bunt. Discussing the course, weed strains for lunch. Straight shooters on the greens, not a front. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Smoking aces, laces tied tight. With a puff we fly, elevate the night. Golf ball soaring, higher than a kite. Fairway to heaven, shining real bright. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff.